guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been doing a lot of spring and summer makeup looks recently because it is summer in the northern hemisphere. However, I am in the southern hemisphere and it is currently winter, and this always ends up being the way. I'm always super inspired to do spring and summer makeup during my autumn and winter and vice versa, just because I'm always inspired by what I see on social media. So I thought I would do something more season appropriate for me and anyone else in the southern hemisphere. So I've got more of a fall winter type makeup look today. I wanted to play with the Tarte Pro palette again because it is one of my favorite palettes. It's up there with the Modern Renaissance. So I played with that again today and I created this makeup look. So if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I've already done my brows. I'm going to start off with my eyes today because I feel like I'm going to get a lot of fallout because I'm going to work with dark colors today. So I'm just going to start off with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I'm just going to pack this all over my eyelid. So today I'm going to be using my Tarte Pro palette, and I'm just going to take the shade Classic, and I'm just going to pop this all over the lid just to set down that primer and give my eyes a nice clean base. So I'm going to mix the shades Innocent and Whimsy, and I'm running both of these shades through my crease, and these are going to be my transition colors. Putting these down first will just make my other colors a lot easier to blend. And as always, I'm going to be winging these shades out because that's what suits my eye shape. But feel free to keep it more rounded if that's what suits your eye shape. I'm going to be doing a halo eye, so I'm just making sure I bring these shades right into the inner corner here, as well as focus some of the pigment on the outer third here. I'm just going to go back in with a really big fluffy brush just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. Next I'm going to take the shade Mod, and I'm putting this in pretty much the exact same area, except I'm going to be keeping it further towards the lid rather than towards the brow bone. And I am bringing this into the crease, but I'm going to try and focus most of the pigment on the inner and outer corners rather than in the center in the crease. As you can see, I'm being super rough and messy with my blending around like the outer corners of my eyes, but that's because I'm just going to clean all of that up when I do my foundation anyway, so I'm not bothered with how blown out my blending is or anything. Next I'm taking the shade Smoked, and I'm just going to place this right in the inner and outer corners. This shade I'm going to be quite precise with my placement. So now I am taking the shade Trendy, and I'm going to pack this shade in the center of my lid. And while I'm doing this, I'm just keeping the top part pretty defined, so it's almost like a cut crease. And then I'm just going back in with one of the brushes I used earlier to blend the matte shades into the lid shade. I actually decided I am going to cut the crease a little, so I'm just taking an angled brush and drawing a line of concealer. And then the center of the lid is where I want the colour to pop the most, so I'm just going to add some concealer there. And then I'm just packing that same colour right on top of where I cut the crease. And it's just going to make it pop that little bit more. And then again, just going back in with that blending brush from earlier to make sure the outside areas are seamless. And before I do anything else, I'm going to clean up some of this fallout because it is getting a little out of hand and it's distracting me. And then I'm taking my Anastasia single shadow in the shade Venice, and I'm just adding this right in the center of the lid just for a little bit more of a pop of blue. And then I'm just finishing off the eyes with some winged liner. Alright, so I have finished off my eyes. I'm going to move on to my base. I'm just going to start off with my Too Faced Hangover Primer. And I'm just going to be putting this all over my face. My skin has been really dry at the moment because it's winter in Australia. And then I'm just going in with my NYX Photo Loving Primer in the center of my face. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I've been loving using this lately because it is really full coverage for a CC cream. It is pretty much just like a medium coverage foundation. So you can see that just from that CC cream, like pretty much all of my blemishes are covered, which is crazy for a CC cream, but it feels so good on the skin, so I have been loving it. But I'm just going to go in with my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer just to cover these blemishes as well as under my eyes. Now I'm just going to set my face using my Face of Australia translucent powder. Just setting under my eyes with a beauty blender. And also just setting areas like my cheeks where I have a lot of texture, because this will just help minimize the texture. And then I'm just going in with a brush to set the rest of my face. To contour today, I'm going to be using my Tarte contour palette, and I'm just going to mix both of the contour shades. And then I'm using my Tarte blush in the shade Party. And then to highlight, I'm taking my Tarte highlighter in Exposed. I'm just going to move back to the eyes so I can finish off the under eyes. I'm pretty much just going to be doing the exact same thing. I'm going to start off with Innocent and Whimsy, and I'm just running these all along the lower lash line. And then just going in with Mod. So I'm just going to pop on some mascara before I put on falsies. This is just my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. And then I'm putting on falsies. These are my Eyelure lashes in the style 202. And then for my lips, I'm just going in with my NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Soft Spoken. Alright, so that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, then feel free to do that while you're at it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.